Hari Om Guruji. Guruji,
Hari Om.
when you are equating jnanam with upasana, what exactly is the upasana? Does it mean that I have to sit alone and do the bhajan or do the prarthana? What exactly is upasana?
Upasanam is equal to Saguna Brahma Dhyanam. Upasanam is Dhyanam. Have you done
Okay.
Dhyanam, Hariji?
Yes.
Yeah, that is called Upasanam. Upasanam.
We,
Upasamipe aste iti Upasanam.
which eventually means I have to be alone when I am doing. It is not a group activity.
Yeah, I mean, you start doing as a group sometimes, but finally you're doing Dhyanam by yourself. It's not a group activity. It's not like passing the ball and then catching and all that. So it's not a group activity. Yeah, it is done by oneself. You're right.
Or to reword my question. Now, when I am very actively, concentratedly, when I am in the class, can I say that the attending the class is an upasana?
Generally, they won't consider attending a class as Upasana.
Okay. Okay.
Because attending a class is not Upasana. It is not Dhyana. It is not focusing on one Ishta Devata and doing your Dhyana. Doing the mental activity. Saguna Brahma Vishaya Manasa Vyaparaha. That is called Dhyanam. Saguna Brahma Vishaya. What is the topic of Dhyanam? Saguna Brahma. Means Ishvara. Manasa
Okay.
Vyaparaha. It is Manasa Vyaparaha.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, all right. So in a class, all people who are listening are doing only Manasa Vyapara. They are not talking, they are not doing anything, right? In a way, it is Manasa Vyapara only. But
Okay.
the teacher is talking, and the teacher is not talking about Dhyanam. It is going on, the subject is there, and so that is not considered Upasana. Upasanam literally means it's on private time, the time spent by the individual.
It is more of a mind rather than intellect. That is not.
It is only, it, yeah, so correct, you're right. So it is meant to recollect what was already understood. Recollect what was already understood. Meant to bring back into our consciousness what was already understood in our Shravanam, in the classes.
Okay.
Like we do periodically here also.
Okay. Okay. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Yeah, Premaji, then Hemavati.
Namaskaram Guruji. My question is on the karma. We are brought as individuals or as a group in a family or whichever group that we are born into to expend karma, but we are making karma also. Because some of it is not within our control, where we see a lot of pain in families, where fathers and sons and mothers and all kinds of pain is there in a what you call samsara. What I'm trying to understand is somebody is finishing their karma and somebody is starting their karma. When they're born into a situation where they have to, I'm not able to resolve how that works, that equation of expending and making more.
Yeah, so both are happening at the same time. What both? Expending the karma palam is happening, but accruing more karma also is happening. Correct? Gaining karma palam also is happening. Both are happening. So your question is how to resolve the two.
How to understand, like for example, when suffering happens, when husband and wife fight, and their children are very small and they get separated, and all of them go expending their karma. But how does it become a whole? I mean, it's not accidental, but it is intentional and purposeful that they're placed in that situation. Then the children are innocent, so they're not the cause of, they haven't done anything, but they're the products of karma. The parents don't understand, and or even animals going into certain families where they are not treated well or treated like royalty. How does that equation work out? Because once we die and we go into the Karana Sharira, how is it balanced, the good and the bad?
Yeah. So the fact is that the karma that we have done has resulted in karma phalam, adrishta phalam. And that adrishta phalam has to be exhausted. And therefore, we have to be born in order to exhaust that karma phalam. So that is a fact. That much is a fact. And so that is happening. That is happening. And for certain types of karma phalam to get exhausted, certain bodies are needed. Certain bodies are needed. And so if the karma is to live outdoors, only that is the way to exhaust the karma, then the person is born as an animal. Animal is always outdoors. There's no unsheltered life it is. And so peculiar bodies are required to exhaust some peculiar karmas. Now, as far as human being, it's an interesting janma, because not only is karma being exhausted, but karma is gained also. More importantly, the human being is unique because free will is there. Free will. No other jiva has free will. Human being has free will. So they're very important there. And if you ask me, why is this free will given? What makes this human being so peculiar? Yeah, I understand free will is there, but what is the use of the free will? How should the free will be used, really speaking? If you ask, free will produces karma, does karma and gains karma phalam. And then after this life, then again it continues. So if you ask me, that should not be the purpose of free will. Primary purpose. What should be the primary purpose of free will? Is to ask the question about karma. Kim karma, kima karmeti, kavayopyatra mohitaha, tatte karma pravakshyami, yajñatva mokshase shubhat. To ask what is going on is where I should be using my free will. Correct? That is the real use of the free will. You know, they look at children, growing children, and then you give all the toys to the children, and then each child will gravitate towards certain types of toys. Some are more active toys, and some are more, mind exercising toys, and so something, whatever, you can make out all these things, what attracts the child. So I would say this. I will say, first of all, we won't know. We can't really decide what karma created this human body. You can't decide. What karma is going to create my next life? Is there going to be a next life? All this we can't decide. In fact, the only thing that will decide whether I'll have a next life or not is, according to Vedanta, knowing the self as complete and whole. That puts an end to all that. That much we know. But otherwise, I can't predict what's going to happen. I cannot predict. And there is the law of karma. Law of karma cannot be, what do you call it? Cannot be put in words. Gahana karmano gatihi. Krishna says, it is a law. Be happy that it is a law. Things will work out accordingly, according to what we deserve. Okay. That's what we can say. But beyond that, we can't say much. So that is one part. Second part is this part that we have to, the free will. If we keep analyzing karma, there's no end to it. There's no end to analyzing karma. There's no end. Unless kim karmayati. Unless I want to understand karma as, is this the end be all end all? Then only there can be a proper understanding. Otherwise, we can keep analyzing and nothing fruitful will come out of it. I don't know if it answers your question, but that's what
No,
occurred
I was
to me.
thinking about mentally challenged children or adults or mentally ill, where they don't even get an opportunity to use their free will to inquire or to get beyond it. They're stuck. So that is the karma phalam, a very strong karma phalam where they cannot extricate themselves. So they do more karma. When will they, maybe there'll be another birth where they will have that opportunity to get past their disabilities, and so it's a chance for them to get rid of the karma in this lifetime and move on. They're actually getting rid of karma, being in that mentally challenged or mentally ill state, unable to do anything. So they're finishing what they're doing, and perhaps punya will kick in another lifetime and they'll get another chance. Am I understanding it right?
Correct. Exactly. There will be another life where they have free will, free enough to come out of that cycle. Yeah, correct.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you. Himavati ji.
Okay, Guruji. So the Purtam, it has got Tuta. Is it Purtam? It is not Purtam. There is one more Halanteta in between, right?
So there are two optional forms.
Oh,
Optional forms. Vanta, P-O-O-R-T-A is one form. P-O-O-R-T-T-A is another form.
Okay, that's
They're optional forms.
So whenever
Exactly like karma. K-A-R-M-A is one form. K-A-R-M-M-A is another optional form.
Oh, double M.
Okay,
No,
exactly like Brahma. B-R-A-H-M-A is a popular form. Another optional form is B-R-A-H-M-M-A.
Oh, Brahma. Okay.
Achorahabhyam dve. Panini says that. So it's a particular rule. We don't have to get into it now. But so there are these optional forms. Karta. K-A-R-T-T-A is another optional form.
You've said that. You've said that. You've said that.
Same thing applies here.
Smartam is, you can say it as Smrite. Smritehe idam or Smritishu tam. Smritehe idam.
Smritehe idam is good. Yeah.
Yes, that's better. Okay. And there is one word, Unmatta, that we just now saw Pramatta. About that, Unmatta. Normally, நம்ம தமிழ் பேசத்து உண்மத்தானோ பைத்தியம் சொல்லும். I mean, mentally, இதுக்கு உண்மத்தங்கிற வேர்டு யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம் தமிழ்ல. I don't know what. So that Unmatta. Now we saw the Pramatta here.
Right.
So that Unmatta word is there. What exactly does it mean in Sanskrit?
Which word means in Sanskrit?
Unmatta. Pramatta you explained because it was here.
Yeah. Unmatta is
Suddenly
already what you said. Unmatta is what you just said.
the
Unmatta is
same.
dull-witted person who is
Okay.
whose mind is not under his control. Kasan is a unmatta.
Okay.
Hmm.
And so just now you said Bhogayatanam. We saw the Devayatanam in the Purta, that shlokam, Devayatanam was there.
Correct.
And
Correct.
also in Vishwasya Ayatanam in Kaivalya, we saw the word, no? Vishwasya Ayatanam.
Vishwasya Ayatanam Mahat. Yeah,
Mahat, yeah, that came.
correct.
And then
Good word.
that Upasana, and we have this Vipassana. That is also a type of meditation. Vipassana, it's a type of meditation, they say. No? It's a Buddhist, something like that. So,
Yeah, so Vipassana. So you have to look into the origin of that word. Whether it's a newly coined word or not, I don't know. Maybe it is a word. I've not seen
it's,
it
I
in our
think
Shastra.
it's a Pali word, somewhat similar to Sanskritam, but some Pashya. Vipashyana also they say. Probably that Drish Pashya comes there or what, I don't know.
Vipassana. Upasana only they have maybe what do you call derived as.
No, Viseshena Pashyanti and Marida Varma, I don't know.
I look into it, and I don't see that word in our Bhaashyam and all. In our Shastram, I don't see it.
Yeah, it's a new.
Guru, yeah, sorry, Hemantiji. It's part of Theravada Buddhism. That's where it comes from, Vipassana.
Oh.
Yeah. So it is unique to Buddhism. And that
Yeah.
word
Buddhism.
itself is unique.
I think it's a more a Pali, it's not
Correct.
a completely a Samskrita word.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and
Yeah.
one more thing that what Premaji was talking about, exhausting the karma, and as we say, no, as we are exhausting karma, we are accruing more karma. Sometimes in the process of exhausting karma, we do more karma. Actually, Tamil la solluva jana irna mudanchirukradumba. You try to get up a little and then you fall more. And as for this mentally challenged and people who are unable to do any karma, so will they be, so whatever karma, because of this they are born here, once they exhaust everything and they have not accrued anything in this thing, so they should not have a rebirth, right?
And why should they not have a rebirth? Logic is
No, you have a rebirth because you have to exhaust karma. So we are not able to exhaust because in the process of exhausting karma, we are accruing karma.
okay.
So that way, something is residue is still there for that. But for these people, when they have no free will, they have no association with karma. So completely in that whole life where they are not done anything, will they not just exhaust and
What
go?
about Sanchita? What about Sanchita? They don't have any Sanchita?
No, even that Sanchita, everything is only bringing them to this world, right?
Where did you go? How are you going there? Part
No.
of Sanchita is Prarabdha. Part of the Sanchita is fructifying as this karma.
It has to. Oh.
Part
So they
of
may
Sanchita
not
is
be able to
this
exhaust
Janma.
everything. Okay.
Nobody can exhaust everything in one Janma. No. Everybody has a Sanchita karma.
Sanchita.
So they also have Sanchita. And
Guruji, then we also have Agami, while I am in this, though I will be trying to exhaust my prarabdha, but due to some other karmas, I am accruing, which is known as Agami.
yes, correct.
So this is not only for this Agami, it is adding to the Sanchita.
Correct. Therefore, it must give us a clue. This is
Yeah.
what should give us a clue. What is the clue? The clue is that this is an unending cycle.
Yeah.
That must be the clue, right?
Yeah.
Unending.
Oh. Only the jnani doesn't have the agami because he is exhausting his prarabdha karma.
Correct. Jnani also has Sanchita, technically. But Karta
Yeah,
is
that
not
is
there.
yeah, jnani is
First-
my understanding about the sanchita of the jnani is prarabdha. For him, prarabdha and sanchita he is going to be jivan mukta.
Jnani has negated the Karta.
Yeah.
And the account holder is gone. Then
Yeah.
what do you do with the money in the bank? Whatever happens can happen. Somebody can take it. The state can say, I'm going to distribute this money for these projects. Like that, state can say.
True.
Yeah, that's how it works. Our Tattvapadakara says that. Ye jnaninam nindanti. Those who criticize the jnani, they will get some of the papa karma. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is how it is. Even Swami Ramakrishna or Maharshi Ramana Maharshi, when they had to undergo all their physical ailment, that is the part of their prarabdha.
Correct. You are correct. Good. Yeah. Ramuji, then Ram Narayan.
That Hemaji was talking Unmatta. There is a clan called what do you call it? Unmatambu.
Umatambu.
Umatambu.
Even if you sniff.
One saint ate that and wanted to test the state of his mind. After this, and instructed his Shishya to record all what was what he said during that time when he was in an Unmata state. And it all came about Shiva Prarthana, something. One Tamil Nadu saint only, I don't remember exactly, I'm not getting his right name now. He did that. At that state also his mind was in the state of Shiva, praising Shiva.
Okay.
Madhvedic saint. He had written many texts and all. I will clarify his name later. I'm not getting his exact name now.
Okay.
He ate that, what do you call, that seed and leaves and all, and drank it, and instructed his Shishyas to record whatever he was saying when he was in the state of Unmatta.
I see.
They will also say, no, Jnani is also in the Unmatta, Balavat, Unmattavat, and all. So he wanted to record that, and he recorded that. Just a mention.
Yeah. Noted. Yeah.
Ramaji, the Unmatavat is coming in Atmapodha, is it not?
There.
Balavat and
Yeah, that is there. That is why the Jnani state is there.
yeah.
Yeah, Unmattavat, no agenda. A jnani will not have an agenda. That's why it's called as an Unmatta. Innocent. They become innocent as it were. Because they take life as it comes. They don't have an agenda.
Like a
So,
child. Like a child.
Egolessness state. No, they don't have the ego. Egolessness state.
yeah. 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 Ram Narayan, go ahead.
Guruji is more of an observation, kind of building off with what Hemaji said. We talked about somebody having, mental disability and how that whole karmic life cycle will work for them. They will not be able to go through karma phalam in this lifetime, and then they'll have a following lifetime to be able to, essentially have the free will to either fructify the karma or build new karma, right? So I was thinking another example on that same lines would be if there's a force majeure, something like a tsunami or an earthquake where there is a large sample of people at various different karma cycles, right? And they're all immediately all obliterated at the same time, unfortunately. And how does that work, right? In terms of like a more of a macro scenario.
Same thing. So the karma of all those people are related, connected. That's what we say. That's why we say it is wrong to assume. It's wrong to assume. See, family members are there. There is a karma that brought all these 5 people together in one family.
Yeah.
Okay? Correct. But we are connected to everybody else also somehow. Better to assume that. Better to assume it because of all these other instances. Air India 171 crashed. Look at that. All these people
Right.
had to come together. So they are somehow, their karmas are related. My goodness.
Yeah.
They're related. So we are all related to everybody else somehow. Better to assume that and not that will make us a little more objective. And the examples you gave, etc., is falls in that category. Everybody had to pass away at that same time. Unconnected people had to pass away at the same time. Look at that.
Yeah.
Otherwise unconnected, but connected through this particular event.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That's why Gahana Karmano Gati, Krishna says. This karma
we have a amateur astrologer in our family, Guruji, and we keep asking him this question because he'll look at all the horoscopes and say somebody will live 80 years, basically all of these different lifespan predictions, and then we're like, okay, how are you going to explain something like a force majeure like this where 3,000 4,000 different jatagams all come together, right? What is that? And we keep asking him this question just to annoy him. So it is interesting.
And what does he say to that?
They basically talk. So his answer is that there is a field of science and astrology apparently that also does these large event predictions. I don't know anything about that, but he keeps saying that, so I don't know if that's true or not.
Right. So he's getting into prediction of those events.
Right.
But
Right.
we are not predicting. We are saying, okay, we can explain
Correct.
it. We can explain why
Yeah.
things happen like that.
Yeah, I mean, the Vedanta side is related more in terms of the path towards moksham, right? Not in terms of prediction of what happens and what is the benefit from that, etc., or what is the aversion of loss, etc. Right? So different motivations,
Yeah.
Guruji. Right. So
Yes. Yes. Good.
thank you, Guruji.
Yeah. Thank you, Ramuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Dhanyawad.
Dhanyawad, Guruji.
Dhanyawad,
Thank
Guruji.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Guruji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Namo Namaha. Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha. Namo Namaha. Thank you.